Hi, I'm Michelle, and I have a condition called pulmonary hypertension. My type of pulmonary hypertension is called CTEPH, which is chronic thromboembolic pulmonary hypertension. Um, Basically, what that means is a few years ago, I had an injury in my leg and got a blood clot, and that blood clot went up into my lungs, and apparently I have quite a few clots in my lungs now, which reduces the airways so the oxygen can't get through, which means that I'm on oxygen. This condition puts a lot of strain on your heart because your heart's trying to pump the oxygen that your body needs into the lungs and it's not able to get it through. So basically what happens with this condition is your heart eventually gives out, typically within 5 years. A lot of people that have CTEPH don't even know that they have it. And quite often, people aren't diagnosed because they suffer a heart attack or a stroke, which actually was from a blood clot, but they didn't know that they had the blood clot until it was too late, and it was just ruled as a heart attack. So I was one of the lucky ones that I was actually diagnosed. Typically, it takes 2 to 3 years for a patient to get diagnosed, and that's about accurate with mine as well. The good news is that CTEPH, there's now a surgery available that can correct this condition. It's available at Centers for Excellence. San Diego, UCSD, is the first one that created this surgery. They've done more of them than anyone else, and they've done, I believe, 3,000 procedures last I checked. And I was identified as a candidate for this surgery, and my insurance has now approved the surgery, so I'm scheduled for surgery November 5th, 2018, and just trying to raise money to be able to get that surgery done. The result of the surgery is that they go in and not only get rid of the blood clots, but they also can dissect the scar tissue that's in the lungs to reopen those airways. If the procedure is successful, which typically they are, and I'm a candidate, so they believe that it will be effective, my airways will be open again as normal. My life expectancy will be a normal life expectancy, and I'll be able to be active and functioning again, which is my biggest thing. Before the accident, I was very active, went to the gym probably twice a day, a little bit of a gym rat. We went hiking, bicycling, all of those kinds of normal activities. In addition, I love to walk. And that's been the hardest part, is not being able to do those things and being on oxygen. And I have put on a lot of weight. The medication, the lung medication, is called Adempas, but it makes your hands and feet swell and all your joints swell. And your abdomen from the condition swells. So almost overnight, I looked like I'd gained a huge amount of weight. I've put on about 100 pounds, and I think a lot of that is because of the medication, the swelling from the procedure, and then also not being able to get around, going from being super active to not being able to walk to the mailbox. So all of those things, being single and trying to do everything on my own, continuing to work and that kind of thing, makes it pretty tough. So at this point, I have created the GoFundMe page and reached out to try to get some help with the medical expenses. It is a very expensive procedure, as you can imagine. I've posted a link on the GoFundMe page so you can look at the surgery. I've also included my pre-authorization so that you know it is legit. You can look me up. I'm an insurance agent. I've been doing insurance for 27 years. So if you Google my name, it'll pop right up. You can verify my insurance licensing, which you have to go through a full background check through the FBI, get fingerprinted. They run your credit, all of those kinds of things to make sure that you're legit. So, and that you're a person of good standing and good character. So if you need to check that out, you can look at that as well. The Department of Insurance will have my licensing and all that kind of stuff, so just look for my name. But hopefully that gives you confidence that you're actually helping a real person, and a person that I spent a lot of years trying to help other people with insurance and health conditions, and I'm one of those people that my whole life I've never filed a claim, and then all of a sudden this happens. So definitely could use some help. If you feel inclined or feel the spirit to contribute, I would definitely appreciate it. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Take care. Thanks.